Well, greetings everyone, and welcome to another episode of our WCNFluencer podcast. Goodness gracious, St. Ignatius. I'm with Monica Stynchula from Credit for Caring. Monica, we haven't done this in a while. What's up with that?
I know, Chris, and I've missed it terribly.
I missed it too, because you just never know what the two of us are going to say to one another.
Absolutely.
Because, as I'm prone to do, I acquire younger sisters from another mother. So
that you do.
Yeah.
And as if I needed another brother, I have 4, but I have adopted you as well, my dear.
Well, I appreciate that. When I have 4 sisters, so why not? The more, the merrier. So, and as you know, I got my care gene from my sisters.
Yes, you did.
And I get additional care gene from caring people like yourself, who we get to meet along the way in this vast network of caregiving. And we've been through the pandemic, we've been through trips to Europe and Spain, and now we're coming back full circle and introducing Credit for Caring to the whole care network. This is pretty exciting.
It is exciting, and I'm really happy about it because, like you, Chris, it's been a journey over the past almost decade. And the whole concept of aging and the whole concept of who needs care has changed dramatically during that time.
My goodness. Yeah.
Yeah. We had that stereotype of what a caregiver was, and that's been blown out of the water. I mean,
definitely
forget that stereotype. I mean, just totally abandon that. We are all caregivers at some point in our life, some more intensively than others, but it is, I think the world is starting to realize that we're in this together. It's not just one segment anymore.
Yeah, not to belabor the pandemic point, but it really did emphasize the need for care. And I think as we've progressed over the last couple of years, and one of the main components that for Credit for Caring is it makes it easier for people that are caring. And that's why I'm so excited to rekindle this and have the whole care network part of Credit for Caring. So let's dig into all the different things somebody can buy and have it delivered to their door. But I have to digress for just a second.
Okay, go ahead, Chris.
I have a very important aging question. I think maybe you could answer this for me.
Oh, I'll give it a try. Go ahead.
Okay, so Monica, why does the hair in my ears grow as I get older, but the hair in there's no hair on top of my head? What's up with that? Why do when we age the hair grows in all these areas, but the area that you want it to grow, it doesn't grow? I'm going to the guru here. Do you? Why does the hair in my ear grow more than the hair on my head? Can you answer this question for me?
I can't. I just think it's God's dirty trick. I mean, it's just like, well, why not? Let's put it somewhere. First of all, let's put the hair somewhere where it's hard to see.
Hard to see.
Cool.
Yeah, but now.
Okay,
now that I have hearing aids, it's really intrusive to put my hearing aid in with all this hair that I got to clip there. It's just another aging issue that we find that we don't recognize until we're in the middle of it. And for everybody that knows, I can't wear my hearing aids while I'm wearing a headset. It's like I love Monica's voice, but I don't need it in quadraphonic. And
oh God, yeah, no one does.
But, the point of this digressing here is we have to have fun when we age.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's really true. It's really true. I mean, this whole idea of doom and gloom, now that we have the most people living to 100 than ever before,
right?
Ever before in human history, like, why do we act like 65, you get the gold watch, you get the rocking chair, and you sit down and wait to die? I mean, that is so arcane. It's not even funny.
I'm going to die while I'm in motion.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm going to be roadkill by the end. I just want to make sure that I've used up.
Roadkill in Europe. Roadkill in there's a new motto for me. Roadkill in Europe. There you go. Very good. But and that's one of the great things about our friendship is that we can have these lighthearted conversations that are relatively serious, yet look for ways to help people, and having supplies delivered directly to your door at wholesale prices are like that's the secret sauce of credit for caring.
Yeah, I want to talk about Medline for a minute if I can.
Sure.
Medline is the supplier of the products that we have on our site. Now, if you recall 5 years ago, Chris, when we did the other podcast, I talked about Medline and their ability to be able to service, large organizations, that they're great at supply chain and everything else. Like, they were able to do the big stuff. And what Medline learned, in my opinion, watching them through the pandemic, what Medline has learned is it's not about that. It's about meeting people where they are and where they want to be.
Very much so.
And I think that is the biggest transformation for that company. And I am so pleased to see it. I am absolutely thrilled. And I tell them all the time, too. I'm just thrilled. I once wrote a blog post that said, we don't need ugly equipment, because it's true.
Right.
Who wants to walk out with this institutional looking walker to go shopping? Of course you don't. Of course you don't. You want something that is fit, form, and function to what you're doing. And Medline's listening. I mean, if you look at the cool stuff we have on our site now, we got these, I dare say, groovy colors that are.
I think groovy is far out.
Yeah, I mean, just now the variety and just the appeal to normalize aging. I think that they're getting it. I really think they're getting it. I mean, there's still the need for all the high tech hospital stuff, and
Sure.
they do an amazing job at that. And the scientists they have there, and the new products and equipment they come up with are amazing. But I think that they're starting to understand the people. And that's what has me so excited about them.
Well, and what's amazing about that is the people are the consumers. And
Yes.
the consumers in today's day and age, they want to age in place. They want to age at home. And we want to be able to do that as safely as possible.
They don't just want to age at home. They want to go to the hospital at home. They want to do everything they can at home. And we learned through the pandemic, technology enables us to do that. And
Exactly.
that's the other thing Medline is doing, is there is more of the remote monitoring or self-monitoring products that are available through them directly to the consumer, which I think is just amazing. Imagine, Chris, you use your smartphone to keep your health record and all those other things, and you have your patient portal and everything. But guess what? We want to be able to track our own stuff and hold our doctors or our providers accountable, because they're busy and we know they don't have time to take care of us the way we need to.
Right.
The technology's there now to do that. Yeah.
It comes right back to our original first podcast. It takes a team to care. That's still available on the Whole Care Network and continues to get downloads even after 5 years. It's just another proof that when you create media, quality media and quality content, people will consume it because they need this information at a moment's notice. Because have you ever planned for a crisis, Monica? I mean,
yeah, like the oxymoron of life,
It's like my pet saying, "Hey, do you have caregiving on your bucket list of things to do?" I said, "Well, effing no," but it happens at a moment's notice, and we're two people that understand that, and that's why we try to take from our experience and share with people that that are coming before us that are going to have their turn, because everybody is going to have their turn. But since I'm much, much, much older than you, I guess I'll just hang out in your place, and you could be my caregiver. What do you think about that?
No, we'll see what happens, Chris. We'll see where the world takes us.
It's just funny that you've never given me your address. I wonder why that.
You're catching
Remember,
on.
there's some disconnect here. Just never give it. What about a PO box? What's all that about? So,
Oh, great.
but you know what's great when you're mentioning earlier about we want products that are stylish, and there's a variety of products that Medline and Credit for Caring offers that will be available on the Whole Care Network. But we're starting off in February. Who better yet to have stylish products than Martha Stewart? So let's talk about the Martha Stewart collection that's
Mine's
available through Credit for Caring and the Whole Care Network.
Yeah, yeah. Please check them out online. Look at these great products that they've made. You know, the cool thing about Martha Stewart is Martha Stewart's turning 80. Okay, everyone, were you shocked when I said
I
80?
was shocked because you. Oh God,
Right.
I'm going to be in trouble when I say this because she doesn't look 80, but um,
But it's more than just her appearance is the woman is timeless. The
right.
woman is timeless. She transcends generations in terms of her taste and her ability to market and just her life and what she brings to everyone through her living a magazine and
Yeah,
her
Martha Stewart Living, right? And
that's what
these products are a component of Martha Stewart Living.
yes
Yeah,
yes
we've
and
got a grab bar, very stylish
yeah,
finish.
okay
We've
but yeah
got we've got the walking cane. Well, it's adjustable. It's got little designs on it. Goodness,
isn't it pretty.
it makes makes me look forward to having a cane if that's ever been said.
I mean, really, that cane is a fashion statement.
That is
That
as a
cane
fashion
is like
statement.
about medical
It's kind of
equipment.
like
Truly,
my glass. I wonder if I can get my cane to look like my glasses because that would be because they can't see my bow tie anymore. So it's I got to have style. So and then we've got a bed assistant bar and goodness, I think I need one of those right now.
well, actually, I think that, in the future they're going to come on every bed because
I think so too. It's going to be
it is
right.
so cool
Hmm.
to have
Hmm.
that right there on the side of your bed, being able to keep all of the books, magazines, whatever you're reading, all there in a pouch that's right there beside you. And it's not just a matter of aging. Anyone can wake up wobbly in the morning. And what do you grab for? That table next to your bed. When you grab that table that isn't designed to hold your weight, you could fall.
You could fall.
Yeah. So
And that's
this,
really the whole. If there's one thing as we age that we're all concerned about, is a fall.
oh yes, Chris. Oh yes.
If there is one thing we want to avoid is a fall, and it's having some of these things in place that will help avoid it. We don't have to be a super person and say I can do this. It's okay to have a little assistant.
It's funny that you say that, Chris, because every product that Martha Stewart has selected to feature in her line from Medline
Hmm.
has a component of fall prevention.
Right.
Whether it be that grab bar, and that grab bar is gorgeous. I mean, it has a design in it. It is just beautiful, and it's 15 inches long, so you can fit it between the studs in a wall perfectly if you angle it. I mean, it's just perfect, and it holds up to 250 pounds. I mean, this thing is really good. You can put it indoors, outdoors. It's not just for the bathroom. It's beautiful. Everything else, that roller that she made, oh my goodness, that
Hmm.
thing's beautiful.
Right.
Anyone can think that. Think of it, you, Mr. Traveler, world traveler. That roller is great for someone like you because it has a basket on the front and it has a seat. So, yes, you're walking. Maybe you're afraid of falling because you're in some terrain that you're afraid of falling and you get tired. You can sit down,
You can
take a
sit
rest.
down and
Right. And it's all stylish. It's all there. It's not like an institutional. I know I said that before, but
oh, you said the word
I know.
institutional. Oh my
Right.
God.
No one wants that stuff.
No
This
one wants
Martha
that stuff.
Stewart beautiful plaid is just extraordinary. That's on that one. Yeah, everything she did, everything that she put in this line, is all about how do we integrate new solutions that keep us safe, but don't look like I need help.
Uh,
Because
I'm
anyone.
gonna digress here and say that is one of the main components is why I want to be aging gayfully,
Tell me why.
because I want to recognize that um, that I'm getting older, that I need
Right?
a little that it's okay to need a little help, and it's okay to have things that make it easier as you age so that you can continue to do the things that you're capable of doing without any reservation or fear. Because
Right.
I think fear is such plays such a main component as we age, and and I'm looking at this from a completely different perspective now, being being 67 in a month. That I don't I'm kind of rejoicing in that. But I've also recognized over the past couple of years that the roles have reversed, especially when I needed a caregiver to deal with my heart issues. Um, Being a caregiver, then needing a caregiver puts you in a position to understand the realities of caregiving in a whole different perspective.
Right.
And I want to be able to now I know why some days Richard didn't take some of my sage advice, and I know why I walked home, came in one day, and the step ladders out in the kitchen, and he'd been up on the because we we remember the abilities that we had,
That's
and
right.
we want to be able to continue to do those, but we want to do them safely. And that's what these products are allowing us to do,
Right.
is to continue to age safely and
That's
independently.
I'm going to make an analogy to something you held up a few minutes ago, and that was your hearing aid.
Yeah.
Okay? Hearing aids are no longer a stigma, are they? I mean it
No,
to hear.
I made sure I got the color that matched my glasses and my I they're not a stigma. I
Right.
I
And
I enjoy having these.
right. And I think that that is the same, as we normalize these things more and more, that's exactly what's going to happen. It's no longer a stigma.
No
So
longer
the
a
fact
stigma.
that you have a device that helps you, to be able to walk safely,
Hmm.
putting grab bars. I mean, look at these bathroom redesign companies that are out there now that will come in and redesign your bathroom in 24 hours. What do they have in there? Built-in grab bars.
They've built-in grab bar seats.
Grab
Hmm.
bars and seats. That's right. And
Right.
that's the other
Hmm.
thing we have there is this European shower
The
seat.
European shower seat and the shower pad that with
Oh
300
wow!
suction cups, and
Oh,
it's
I
a little
love
massage.
Mm, it's
Oh,
wonderful.
we might have to do a commercial with you taking a shower and then staying on that.
Okay.
Oh, the whole care network is coming over to. But then you have to give me your address, so that's
No,
probably not going to happen. But
I live in
uh,
Minnesota.
I I live in Minnesota. I believe that. I was born at night, but not last night. So, but that's this is kind of a symbol of our conversation since the first day we met. Almost, goodness, that's 7 or 8 years ago. Come to think of it, but we continue on this journey because we have this passion to share our experiences and share our knowledge and share things with those who are coming before us, who are coming after us. That's my dyslexic kicking in. That are going to be needing care.
That's right. And Chris, one more thing I want to bring up since you were talking about aging gayfully, and I was hoping you were going to touch on this, but of course we got far afield in that conversation. One of the things that we all have to face is most of us are going to be alone. We are not going to have people surrounding us. Extended families living down the street are, that's a fiction. That hasn't
Right.
happened in decades. And the reality is it will be up to each of us to outfit our homes, to outfit our person, to be able to be safe, to live without fear. And a lot of that means getting the right equipment in place ahead of time and
Right.
say, okay, I feel better. I can get up at night. I don't worry about falling. I don't worry about these things. And in fact, Chris, I do want to make another plug for Credit for Caring. I didn't even give you a chance to say no. We have 3 tools on there that I love. And one is to assess your daily activity skills.
Right.
One is to assess your home safety. And the other one is to assess what resources you're using and which ones you
Hmm.
need that you may need in the future. They're simple. All you do is answer these questions. And at the end, we give you a list of recommendations. Doesn't mean you have to do all of them, but it's a nice way to assess where you are and
Right.
potentially what you can do to make your world safer for your journey ahead.
And actually, you can access all those wonderful resources, not only on Credit for Caring, but on the Credit for Caring landing page on the Whole Care Network, where you can shop, you can have your assessment, you can listen to our repurposed Your Future Self podcast, where we talk about the 4 pillars of care on the Whole Care Network, and we relate them to aging. And we also have a little bit of homework on there. But I think one of the new parts of the podcast that we've introduced is a financial planning tool that
Yeah.
will help caregivers find that resource where they might be able to get paid, and that's in association with Kimberly Wider from Elder Care Resources that you'll see right there on the Whole Care Network .com/Credit for Caring landing page. So Monica,
Yes. I am so pleased you found Kimberly and her solution because it's fantastic.
it is
And
fantastic.
yeah, and it is the kind of solution we need today. Everyone needs to be using it. It is very
And
well.
I'm always cautious talking for my sisters, but I'm going to talk for. When we look back, when we were in the midst heavy of caregiving 10 years ago, all these resources that are available now that weren't available then. That's why it's so important to get this information out so that people can so their caregiving experience can just be a tad bit easier, if that's ever possible.
Yes, I agree. And Chris, we don't thank you often enough for your leadership when it comes to what you've created at Whole Care Network. Because what you've done is you've brought together the best voices in the fields of caregiving, and you brought them all together onto one site that highlights each of their different specialties. And that's really powerful. I mean, it's no longer, happen to do word of mouth. No, you can go to Whole Care
Mhm.
Network and find what you need, take some classes on the Whole Care Network University, buy the products you need through us, through your site, and listen to the podcast, learn from the experts. Chris, what you've put together is really powerful. And
Well, thank you,
we don't,
Monica. And
yeah,
you've been a big part of that. And the network has grown. The network has grown leaps and bounds here, especially in the last year and a half. And may it continue, and may
yes,
our friendship continue. And as we help people age gayfully.
yes. Well, Chris, I am certain it will continue, and I even may give you my address at some point in the future.
Oh, good. Well, I have the general. I'll meet you at that diner. That was so fun that morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Monica, thanks so much for joining me today. And everybody, just, as they say on YouTube and all this, just go look down where all the links, they'll all be there. And just go to wholecarenetwork.com/credit for caring, and you'll be off to the races. And Monica, it's always a pleasure.
Thanks, Chris. It is. Be well, my friend.